and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Hey, I'm Christian Cano. You're the co-host. My buttons are Moms Demand Action, Guns Against Legislation, Healthcare for All, Medicare for All, and also in my heart, Black Lives Matter on behalf of Joe Oldham, who's a guest of ours who passed away last year. That's it.
Hello, this is Jenny James Gunn. I am a community advocate here in Charlotte, North Carolina for LGBT women's rights with the National Organization for Women, gun sense laws with Moms Demand Action, and anything that extends equity to all. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It is Coffee and Pan Dulce time, and it is May 27th. Can you believe it? We are almost into that 6th month. We're right knocking on that door, and we, of course, got International Pride Month coming up, amongst other things. So we are hustling along. We have a short but sweet show today, and we have a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, talk about certain subjects for the next 50 shows. But anyway, take it away, Kristen.
Yes, as Gersemi said, welcome everyone. This is Coffee and Pan Dulce. When you watch this, it's the last Wednesday of May. So welcome to the show. One more week till International Pride Month. We're going to be doing a annual Pride show, so we're kind of excited about getting ready for that. But as Gersemi said, thanks everyone who watches us on Facebook and YouTube, and the thousands who listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platform. I'm Christian County, one of your co-hosts in All Points, North Carolina, and of course Gersemi is. Are you in West Hollywood? Or are you on the road? I'm
on the road.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome, Rhodey. I'm used to saying that. I'm actually home. I'll be on the road next time. So.
I'm in an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location. That's right. Well, welcome.
I got to use it.
Yeah, hope you have safe travels. I apologize if you're actually watching this. I had to turn the lights on because I got my hair did yesterday, and it's a little rogue up yonder. So I was trying to fix it. I was hoping the light would not show the anyway. All right. Anyway, so today's show, we don't have an official title yet, but I'm sure we will by the end of the show. And we're going to be talking all about the corruption of Trump, the continued corruption of Trump. So that may be the title, the most corrupt president in our lifetime. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you talked about some of that on your show.
Pretty much won that award a long time ago. But
That's right. It's like, what's new?
Adding to the resume.
Yeah. It's amazing that every week there's something more that we just go, I can't believe he did that. You know, I mean, and so what's scary is he's got 2.5 more years. So
technically,
yeah. I mean, hopefully we can create some roadblocks on the midterms, and it will. I don't think it's going to stop it, but he'll do executive order and keep trying to do things. But at least we'll start having hearings and hold him accountable. All of his people. All right. So. All right, here we go. This is going to be a quick show. We're going to jump directly into Barb's current events.
And this is Barb's current events.
All right, here we go, Gersemi. I got some here for you. I've been lining them up. The very first one. white Americans have been polled, and they say they are for federal programs until it includes other races. Then they start opposing them. So that's the Psychology Today did a survey, and that was that's I'm not surprised at all. I've been talking about that within the Hispanic Latinx community, especially the white Hispanic Latinx community that I'm kind of a part of. They are all for schools until they stop looking like us, and then they're like, hold on a second, we need choices, And so anyway, that's the first one. The second one, once again, not surprised. I know you talk about this a lot. You follow someone that posts stuff like this. A GOP official was busted in child predator sting in an operation in Colorado. He was a GOP chair, and then talked about pedophiles and this, and then was busted in a sting trying to go after young people. That's the second one. The last one, which is going to go more towards the title of the show, I think. Trump released his first quarter federal report. I forgot the name of it. The financial disclosure, and it looks like he bought all this stock in companies that he was promoting at the time or doing business with at the time as president. So, of course, there's outrage about that, and he's saying, "Oh, well, I don't actually buy the stock myself." Yeah. Anyway, so those are the three. Have at it. Tell us what your thoughts are, Gersemi.
With all three, pretty much water is wet. There's a certain point where, especially with white people, the moment they think other people other than themselves are benefiting, whether it's transgender, whether it's black, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's whatever it is, if they deem them not in the hallowed class of Aryan people, they seem to not like the program. And it's the same with DEI, obviously. Yeah. They don't like anything that where they think somebody's going to get something that they're not getting, which is tacitly not true.
Yeah.
White people even benefit from DEI. And people that promote DEI have not done it as service. They have tried to soft pedal the benefits for society to the point where it's hurting the people that are trying to tear DEI down.
Yeah.
And I know when I lived in Southwest Missouri, the town I lived in was resort town, was 97% white. The majority of them lived in poverty. And on top of that, almost all of them were on benefits of some sort. Missouri had a very expanded Medicaid program for children and families back then. And almost everybody had Medicaid there.
Yeah.
Like probably 90% of the population did. And so they talk about welfare queens, black single moms in St. Louis and all that. But the truth is,
they're on those programs the
most benefits, especially in the South.
Yes.
White people, white families.
Yes. I agree with you. I mean, we live out here in the rural areas of North Carolina now, instead of Charlotte, the big city. And the majority of people on social programs here are rural white people, and we're fine to pay that. But I guarantee you, if more black and brown people moved out here and started getting on those programs, they would suddenly be, we got to stop it. And
the people that are complaining about no matter what their socioeconomic class is, but it's white people that are complaining about it, white conservatives are being so mad about these programs. I'm going, when you complain and those programs get defunded, they're going to hurt people that look like you the most.
Exactly.
And if you're the majority of the people on these programs, and you lobby enough to take them away so you can buy one more missile for the military, you are realizing you are literally hurting other white people more than anybody else. The majority of the people on benefits nationwide are white.
And they don't. Yeah. And Gersemi, you and I have talked about this because, and we talked about like fiscally responsible people. Quite honestly, progressives are some of the most fiscally responsible people that I know. And this is anecdotal, but the progressives that I know are very fiscally responsible people. What they believe is if you spend the money on the front end, you're going to save so much money on the back end. Because if we do not provide these services for those who are marginalized and those who need a little helping hand at the time, it costs us more on the back end, one way or another. Plus, by putting the money to help them, giving them a little bit of money to eat, it allows them to eat at small businesses. It allows them to shop. It allows them to pay taxes, be a part of our commerce. So it actually helps us. It comes back to us somehow, And whereas if we spend that $100 on a missile, I don't always get to see that money. It goes to whoever's making that missile,
Goes to Raytheon or General Dynamics or whoever. And a very important point, and this is the most important part, Republicans since the 1930s have never been the party of physical responsibility.
Yeah. Amen.
Every crash except one or two economically since 1970 have been out of the 12 or so. Only one or two of them have been under Democrats, and the rest, the majority of them, 80, 90% of them were under Republicans. You cannot call yourself the party of physical responsibility when you are physically
when you crash the economy.
To the point where you crash the fucking economy.
That's right.
And I have to sit here and I'm going to scream the next time I hear a Republican say that to my face, because I'm going to go, that's impossible.
Yeah.
You got one guy sitting in office right now that has crashed the economy both terms.
Not only his economy, his own businesses, his own everything. Yeah. I mean, it's like, why would you? Anyway, yeah.
He's the most physically irresponsible human being that's ever walked the face of the earth. So, granted, Democrats are not perfect on spending.
Sure.
They're to meet defense programs. The defense budget needs to have gone down under Biden. It didn't. There are some disappointments.
Sure.
But, what is it? An ounce of prevention is more than a pound of cure.
Yeah.
Type thing. If we start people's lives out better in this country.
So listen, we're up. I'm sorry. Finish the talk. No, we're up against our first break, and I just want to say you're so rad. You're so if you watched her show early this morning, then you'll know what we're talking about. We'll be back on Coffee and Pan Dulce right after this.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching our spring shows and sticking with us. And we've got a fabulous summer lineup. I hope y'all are excited as I am, and let's enjoy our summers. Hot girl summers. See y'all.
Bye y'all.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching, and support local Black and brown businesses, including our sponsor, Manolo's Bakery, that has some fabulous pastries, food, king cakes, all kinds of specialty cakes, swallows, and much, much more. Some of the best food you eat in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Manolo's Bakery, right here in East Charlotte. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Yorense Pascual Mateo. I am back. Spedicare is back in 2026, and yes, my hiatus was sad, and it was caused by a bunch of, butthurt losers. But I'm not going to say that. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm going to be annoying. I'm going to say fuck fascism, and I'm going to stand up against this shit. So please, like, subscribe, enjoy my show, and let's fight against the bullshit that we continue to live with.
So we have a great fall lineup, and we encourage you to tune in to many of our fabulous shows, like our Say show, and many more things in October and November as well. Thanks for watching, as always, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all, thanks for watching the Florida shows. They've been wildly successful. Obviously, it's a topic that you guys have enjoyed and wanted to know more of. And we like talking about the dumpster fire that used to be the state of Florida, and we'll probably talk about it some more this summer. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Hey, y'all, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and your favorite audio podcast platforms. You can catch your special editions of Coffee and Pan Dulce, as always. And we appreciate y'all listening. And we're going to do more episodes. We're going to do some zany things in 2025. And most of all, we're going to have lots of fun, as always. Thanks for listening. And look for the new shows. Appreciate it.
Welcome back, everyone. So, as I mentioned about that Barb's Current Event episode. Oh, by the way, for our audience members, our viewers and listeners, our 400th show is going to be coming up in the next month and a half, I believe. And we hope to have Barb Bacon back on for our 400th episode. We hope that she's still able to make it with us. And the Barb's Current Events was named after her. She's the one that gave us that idea like 3 years ago. I can't remember when we started that, but so it's been one of our successful segments. We don't really talk about the Bait Hill Chronicles and the Jenny Award as much anymore because we are trying to spin that off to another show, but that one still stayed on our show. So anyway, just so if you're a Barb fan, hey, hopefully she'll be coming back.
400.
Guys, is that crazy? 400th episode.
That's crazy.
Man, imagine if we had really made money off these shows. It would. Who knows? Maybe our 800th show will be taught. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I want to circle back about the white Americans oppose so much. I've always felt this as someone who grew up Texan. I didn't think I was Hispanic or Tejano. I didn't even call ourselves Tejano. We did Tejano things, but I didn't know that's what we were called. I'm only using the term Tejano now to separate us from our the kind of people who grew up like me, who don't speak Spanish, who grew up in Texas, who are of Hispanic, Mexican American heritage. There's a segment that just don't speak Spanish because we were Americanized, we were assimilated, we were Texans, we were taught we've been here forever, all that wonderful. We never felt like immigrants or outsiders. But I had the, whether it's good or bad, I've grown up with predominantly non-Hispanic people in my neighborhood. So I was able to mingle in with them as much as I could, but I could never do it 100% because I was never, for using a better term, as white as they are, but I could never really mingle in with the Hispanic community in other sides of the city because I was never Spanish or spoke Spanish enough. So I was always kind of like in between. And so I was able to see our white neighbors who just supported our local high school and were part of the PTA and all this kind of stuff my entire life. But as I got out of my high school, as my high school became more brown, they became less and less supportive of the high school because it didn't look like them. And then they started to support school choice. We need choices for that wasn't a thing. You need to support public education. I also saw that in the Postal Service. I have almost 15 members of my family that worked in the post office, that postal carriers, postal unions. But as the Postal Service became more black and brown, they became more, we need to privatize postal, we need to do this. You look at everything in the United States that has been run efficiently by our taxes and run. And anytime it becomes less and less like they look like, people start opposing it. So I'm not surprised about this, White. I mean, I don't know if you have any thoughts about that, Gersemi,
a little bit
in your experiences.
Do we think that that's why the black and brown communities are so polarized against each other? Because
yes,
there's a definite rift between the communities, and many, especially white or Hispanics, want to align themselves with white people, like people from Germany or England or whatever, and they don't necessarily want to be supportive of the black community because they're like, I don't want to be lumped in with them.
Yeah,
because I know how white people will treat them. And
excellent point.
Same way a lot of queers downplay or don't really want their LGBTness to be known. I saw an interview the other day of Ian McKellen, an actor, an older actor, that the guy that played Obi-Wan in the original Star Wars. I'm blanking on his name right now. When Ian was thinking about coming out and supporting the LGBT community back then, Hollywood pushed back, like gave him less roles and kind of, basically banned him from the big peachy parts that other people like him, other vaunted British actors were getting, because especially when he came out as gay. I don't know about this. He came out when actors just didn't come out. We didn't know Rock Hudson was gay until he got AIDS.
Exactly.
Out. I mean, we all knew Liberace was. I mean, he was a bigger queen than the Queen of England. But there's some people that couldn't hide it. But like,
what was the guy on Hollywood Squares? Paul Newman, Paul Lynn.
Yeah, somebody like that.
Paul Lynn, and the one guy that threw the glitter all the time. Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. But kind of that same thing. If you get aligned with a certain community, and I think that's what that rift is, and I think that's who they're really targeting when they do surveys and they say, well, white people won't support other races getting benefits from the government. I think what they really need to say is, we don't support black people. That's and that's would you see what they call back in Texas the coconuts? Or white on the inside, brown on the outside. Was they're usually I've been called that many times. It is the reason they're not supporting the benefits anymore is when they notice, or they think they perceive that more black people are getting it than or that they're not worthy, like they're not an American too,
or it's not the Tejanos or Mexican Americans, it's the Guatemalans that are taking advantage of it, or the South Americans. They're not like us. Exactly.
They're the proverbial wetbags.
Exactly.
They're
the new Irish. They're the new Italian. They're the new. Exactly. Yeah.
And they are frowned upon anyway. Even though they don't mind them working the fields or working the manual jobs, stuff like that. Or flipping burgers or whatever. But it seems like the moment they perceive they're getting something they don't deserve, quote unquote, deserve. I think there is the issue, is that we've got in our minds. I saw somebody arguing the other day on Facebook. They said, I don't want my taxes.
Exactly.
Like, we're all in control of where our individual taxes and sales tax money and all that goes. Like, there's a lever that says, nope, not down that chute, I'll down this chute, because that's my taxes and I have ownership of my taxes. I'm like, no, babe, it's not your money.
You know what I've always called that? Even before I really knew what it was called, those are people who suffer from a lot of illusions of grandeur, because they're under the assumption that their $200 taxes that they paid, and I know it's a lot more, is enough money to pay for schools, roads, police, fire departments, all this kind of stuff, and many of them are especially federal taxes, many of them are looking for every loophole, who probably pay, like Trump, no taxes. So don't bitch about your taxes when you're actually not even paying any taxes. And anytime anyone says that comment, I want to say, I want to see your tax form and how much you paid.
Like an Elon Musk would probably set up a mailbox on a trailer lot out in the middle of nowhere and says he's a tax pay income tax. When in reality is he probably spends 99% of his time in California, where his Tesla plants are,
or on the road somewhere,
and his social media company is. I seriously doubt he actually lived in Austin.
I don't think he's there that much. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a house there, and I'm sure there's something that. But I'm gonna guess that most of the time it's like a Bigfoot sighting. Is if he's spotted in Texas, it's only because he's got a brand new Tesla plant there or something. That's right. But so I'm gonna when he's socializing, dating. I imagine it's still, and when he's fornicating and having babies out here, it's usually in California. I don't know that he's had any.
I don't think he's ever had a relationship with someone from Texas. Hey, listen, if you like what you hear from Gersemi, she does have a show that comes on every Wednesday at 11:30 on all your platforms, your audio and video platforms. Audience members, please watch her show. Also, don't forget to continue to watch Gersemi's show, Espera Que. He comes on bi-weekly every Thursday at 7:30. His show drops. And then the Tony Foreman show isn't a hiatus, but it will be coming back hopefully this summer. So you can watch a lot of his old episodes. Plus, we had a new show that comes out monthly. It's called Circuit Queen. That show is on all of your platforms as well. So I want to thank those who've been supporting us all this time. So this next commercial, we'll be talking about a couple of those. By the way, we need to update our commercials because I was posting one of the promotions and it said Hot Girl Summer 2024. I was like, oh.
Yeah, our commercials. Maybe an off-camera discussion.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. All right. We'll be back on Coffee and Pan Dulce right after this.
Hey, thanks for listening to us as always on Coffee and Pan Dulce. And just to let you know, we're on all the audio podcast platforms. So work it out or whatever, you can just listen to us. Or if you want to see our bright, shiny faces, we're on YouTube and Facebook. You can even be fans and you can comment on our shows on the Facebook platform and drown out people who don't actually listen to the show but like to follow us. But anyway, we appreciate y'all and very much, and keep on listening so that Christian and I are just not sitting here talking to ourselves. Have a great year.
Thank you, everybody, for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. Jenny and Chris had an amazing talk right there. And this is Yorense from Espera Que. Our show is on Thursdays, 7 p.m. on every podcast places where you get podcasts. Podcasts, brain fart. But if you want to listen to me doing brain farts and having hot takes and leftist takes and just screaming at the shitty, burning world we are living in, come over to Espera Que. You're going to have a fun time.
Hey y'all, thanks as always for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And guess what? As part of our Cannis Media family of shows, we have a sister show that's been running alongside the Coffee Show for 6 years, 6 seasons. And it's Two Queers in a Truck. In fact, we've been on air, as it says right behind Christian, as we record this, in case you're watching the video version of this. It's exciting. It's a little different. It comes more from obviously the queer perspective because it's Two Queers in a Truck. And we invite you to listen to it. You don't have to be queer to listen. And I promise it most likely will not give you scabies. I can't 100% verify that, but it's just a medical rumor started by me, actually. But anyway, come out and check us out on our sister show, Two Queers in a Truck, and all the exciting 2025 news shows on the Cannis Media family. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Sounds great.
You sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying to. All I have to say is go.
Yes. As a non-Spanish speaker.
Sure. All right, let's talk about his Jesus Jesus meme. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. That'll be the show. All right, here we go. Okay, so we'll just take this last commercial and then we'll come back. All right, here we go.
And this is the Jenny Award.
And this is the Pendejo Chronicles.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Up next is Two Queers in a Truck with Jenny and Christian. And hope you guys tune in. We'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. So we want to thank those who've been joining us. And go ahead.
I got one important point before we leave.
Okay.
I'm not so worried about Elon Musk procreating in Texas to prove that he's a citizen of Texas. My big burning question is, and this has been brought up by one of his exes before, has he gotten pegged in Texas?
Oh.
Or is he still getting pegged in California?
So, I don't know. Just the thought of that makes me...
It makes me laugh only because of that rocker chick that he was with, that he had one or two kids with. She's the one that brought it up.
Oh, she's really going after him. There's one that used to work for her. There's one that used to work for him that had I think a couple kids with him, and she's been spilling the tea on all of the platforms about things about him.
He's got more than one ex.
Yeah,
and his transgender daughter have all been just lighting him up. Like, we can't take those posts down fast enough.
Yeah, he's
to keep up with the heat that they're bringing.
So listen, I just want to. Yeah, I want to remind everyone that in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, I'm not sure if it'll be probably 2 shows from this one. We'll be doing we used to do an annual Pride episode, and we'll be doing a Pride episode, and we've invited Pride organizers, representatives from the top 10 American cities around the United States. We hope we'll have a couple of those on, plus also Charlotte and Washington, D.C., and we may be able to squeeze in where you are. WeHo, is that what? Well, what is it? Is it WeHo? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Is it,
West Hollywood. But
West Hollywood, WeHo?
Everybody there shortens it to that because it is such a long name.
West. Okay.
And I guess maybe because we are the hoes, I don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of hoes there.
She said it. She said it.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Yeah, there was no misogyny. It was me saying it. We're all good.
So watch out for that, in 2026 and every year. But this is really an important year. A lot of the Pride organizations have lost a lot of their corporate funding because of the Trump's pushback on DEI and trying to threaten to go after them. But there's a lot of companies that have stayed in it that are still supporting these kind of festivals and so forth. And they're so important. So I hope you watch that show and reach out for us. And I will actually be on the road at the Washington, D.C. Pride in June, and we'll include some of those snippets on that Pride episode. Plus, we'll also include some of those interviews in our new podcast, Circuit Queen, that will come out in June. We're going to do those only once a month because there just aren't a lot of circuit parties that I can go to or that I can afford to. Or anyway, we'll figure out how that works out. So, plus I can only dance so much. I was so exhausted after that last Purple Party. That it was crazy. All right. Any last comments or thoughts for the last episode of May, Gersemi?
I think I said it all with the Elon Musk comment.
All right. I don't think we can top that one. All right. Hey, I just want to have her say this because we missed it in the month of April. In the month of April, we actually have 5 shows. And I forgot to ask you to do your trademark saying. So for those who missed this, Gersemi, do your trademark a slogan or saying or tagline, whatever you're going to call it, for when we have 5 shows. I'm going to put you on speaker and go ahead, do it.
Sunday. We have a gun show. We have a knife show. We have guns that look like knives and knives that look like guns. Sunday. We have a 5th episode coming up, and it's going to be fabulous. A bonus, no extra charge, even though our other shows are free. Sunday.
That was it. We missed it. When I was editing that show, I was like, oh my God, we completely forgot that one. All right. Well, we'll see you next week, y'all.
Talked about it?
Yeah, but then we didn't.
And we just
we went by it. We'll see you next week, y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. And June's coming up, which also means summer's coming up. Make sure you take the precautions like sunscreen, drink plenty of water, stay in the shade as much as you can. Be careful out there. June, July, and August traditionally can be kind of tough. We're in El Nino year. So we'll see you next week with our June shows. Bye, y'all.
Right. Bye, y'all.
Hi, everybody. This is Yorense from the LatinX Show over here. All I'm here is doing a little quick PSA. Use this summer to do volunteer work. Go to your nearest YMCA. Go to your nearest homeless shelter. Go to whatever community services or programs that you can help out and volunteer. Because right now, we have a bunch of fascist pieces of shit trying to rip apart our country and rip apart the people, our communities by spreading hate and bigotry. The best way to combat it is, one, working in your community and standing strong to show that you are strong and you're here to help out others. Two, combat misinformation. If you hear bullshit, first research and make sure if it's true or not. If it is not true, call it out. If it is true, get the facts. Be knowledgeable of it because it might come out later. So always stand against that. And three, fuck fascists. Stand against them. Make them feel uncomfortable. There is too many people out there feeling like they can say the hard R or say slurs or be violent. Make them understand that a lot of people die to make sure this hatred and bigotry does not exist. All our civil rights workers, all the people who restored normity, everybody who fought against intolerance and hatred, they died and worked their asses off to stop this. So follow in their footsteps and stop this madness. This is Yorense again from LatinX, and all I can say is be there for your community and stand up for what's right. Fuck fascism and have a wonderful day.
Hey y'all, thanks for listening to Coffee Pan Dulce. And one of our big things is that if you missed any of our other shows, we are on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple for the most part, and a bunch of other audio podcast platforms. So if you've missed us, come back. The water's fine. Dip on in. It's 85 degrees here in my imagination. But anyway, we have 332 episodes in the tank. You can pull up any of them. And most of all, we have fresh ones dropping most weeks. And we got 3 more shows coming. Be excited. But as always, thanks for listening to Coffee Pan Dulce. And look forward to the 2025 season. Thanks, y'all. Hiya.
Coffee Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee Pan Dulce.
Sounds great.
You sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying to. All I have to say is go. Yes.
As a non-Spanish speaker.
Right.
Oh.
All right. Second segment, we'll just keep talking about why white Americans oppose so much. They don't look like them. All right, here we go. Yeah, we do need to, before we record next time, get all those updated. So, yeah, because you're anyway, here we go.
Coffee Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee Pan Dulce.